Hello, this video is going to take you through some feedback on the questions that you did last lesson, which were based on landforms in the upper course of the river. One of those questions was explain the formation of the landform in the photograph, and that landform was high force, and the high force is of course a waterfall. Let's have a look at some answers for that. I've just picked a few of them. Just take a minute, pause me, read through this answer. Okay, the answers that you guys wrote to this were really quality, and here's an example of a quality answer. We've got that really important first step, that there is a differential rate of erosion between hard rock and soft rock. And the hard rock is not eroding as quickly as the soft rock. So there is a layer of hard rock on top of the layer of soft rock. The soft rock gets eroded. And here, look, in this answer we've named the erosional processes. So we've said how that soft rock is getting eroded, and that's hydraulic action and abrasion. We've then moved on, we've said that over time, when that soft rock is gouged out or eroded, you could have used there instead of gouged out, that there's going to be hard rock overhanging. Remember, overhanging, that's when you've got the hard rock and there's nothing underneath it. Then we've even said, look here, the hard rock can no longer support itself, so it collapses and it creates a plunge pool. Over time, because the waterfall is continuously collapsing, it moves back, retreats, fantastic vocabulary there, upstream, and leaves a steep-sided gorge. So we've got all the key points in there. We're being really specific about what types of erosion are happening. We're being specific about what different landforms look like. For example, we've said that it's a steep-sided gorge, although steep-sided does need a hyphen between steep and sided. And we're using key geographical vocabulary. So that is a great answer. Got another great answer here, a bit more condensed, but got all the key information in. Again, just pause me while you read it before I rush ahead. Right, again, we've got that distinction between the hard rock on top of the soft rock. Great, we've named the processes of erosion. We've named the fact that it's got a plunge pool. The hard rock collapses. The only bit that we've missed here is that the soft rock is eroded underneath, leaving the hard rock. Oh no, we've got it. Look, we've got it there. The hard rock overhangs. So we've got the fact that the hard rock is overhanging. We've got the fact that the hard rock then collapses. And again, we're describing the gorge that's formed at the end. Awesome geography. Okay, in this one, we've got the main details. Look, we've got that hard rock is sat above soft rock. We've got that there's an overhang of hard rock and that the waterfall forms a plunge pool. We've got that the overhang gives way and that a gorge is formed. We just need a few more bits of detail. We need to add in the names of the processes of erosion. We need to say what a gorge looks like. We need to say that the gorge is formed as the waterfall moves backwards, because as the waterfall collapses, that over time that's going to make it move backwards. So we just need to add a bit more detail into this one. The other question that you had a look at was describe how the river valley changes downstream. So what this question is asking you to do is describe how the river valley in the upper course, the middle course, and the lower course are different. It's a bit of a deceptive question because it asks you about the river valley, not the river channel. Take a minute to read through this answer here. Right, there is fantastic geography in this answer, but it doesn't answer the question. This answer talks about the river channel rather than the river valley. So the river channel is where the water is. The river valley is the shape of the land around that river channel. So in the upper course, we've got a very narrow river channel. In the middle course, it's getting wider and deeper. And in the lower course, it might be several kilometers wide. That's the channel, but the question asks you about the valley. So the valley in the upper course is steep and V-shaped, and it's got interlocking spurs. You can see those here, these like fingers of land that stick out, and the river flows around those. In the middle course of the valley is now more U-shaped. It's got a wide, flat bottom with gently sloping sides. In the lower course, the river valley is almost flat. It's very wide and almost flat at the sides. This question asks you to describe how the river valley changes. But some people explained it. If it's a describe question, you just need to say what it is. You don't need to say why it is. But let's say we wanted to explain how the river valley changes. In the upper course, there is vertical erosion. Think about it. The river in the upper course is high above sea level. And gravity is pulling that river down, so it erodes vertically. In the middle and lower course, the river's not so high above sea level. So it's not the gravity that's pulling it down, so it's not got as much vertical erosion. But it has got a lot more energy. It's got a higher velocity, it's flowing faster, that channel's wider, it's smoother, so there's less friction, so the water's travelling faster. Because there is a higher velocity and the river's got more energy, it can erode laterally, it can erode sideways. And that is why we get the wider river channel and also the wider river valley. But on the whole, really impressed with the answers, especially the ones about waterfalls. They were awesome. It's the same with our 9 markers. What we're working on now is being really, really specific about what we're talking about, because we've got the geography. We just now need to really explain that and show that we're absolute experts. Let's see if we can end this video.